Hey, we have a world record. Oh, oh, I forgot something. I need to edit the description because it's not full anymore. It's Shengon. Uh, copy video. Nice. Okay, now stuff should be set up. Playback speed 1.5. Honestly, considering I want to more or less analyze stuff, let's go with actually just normal speed. Here he loses 2 seconds over me.
I feel like if I can just get to Monica, I'm fine.
You can start going into don't need to go to the right here. You can actually go just past the crystal. If the enemy stays there, you can just walk to the left past it, but like half the time he will actually um, uh, if you want to have the stuff, go to the Better Twitch TV settings and give it the permission to work on YouTube. But yeah, it should just work. I should have the my bests up here. Like around here. You see, I'm going in a more straight path. Well, this won't make up the entirety of the 2 seconds. It will make at least some of it. Just from being a more straight line. Yeah, stamina management. I often have it like that I'm just a bit short at the end, similar to this, but yeah. This weird movement. Instead, yeah, the stamina strats are quite difficult, but you see, after I kill him, I aim towards the pillar that I walk just past it, instead of doing this weird walk sideways to keep always straight lines. For this one, the stamina strat, if you land right next to the pillar, get to a point where is to can I maybe a sprint screen? Let me just I walk past this pillar and look at my stamina here, as there are these lines, these big white lines, and these extremely minor lines. these extremely minor lines in between, and I start running as my stamina hits this here. With where you ended up in this run, I would have had to start running a bit later, similar, but my stamina strat is to check with this middle line between these two. Yeah, don't accidentally skid out there. I walk here a bit diagonal. It would be a bit more optimal to walk straight, but I had but yeah, I have issues with walking straight, so I walk a bit diagonal to keep my aim better at him. That's good. You don't need to do as much of an evade, especially if you are already just walking. Um, Try to land on this small little ridge. You do an extremely quick drop afterwards, which makes it better than like normal landings for some reason. Like, yeah, like sometimes if you literally land on the edge here, you instantly fall off and run around the corner as if you were already running. Uh, just landing gets you like a tad of slowdown, but slipping off here doesn't. That's not the one that I want to unpause here. This one. Um, that one. Uh, I didn't do well in this one either, but you can jump from around here, make it so that you slash in the door, make barely a slash here, and be basically almost on the ground so that you are almost immediately slashing again with the ground hits afterwards. That was awkward. When did you? Okay, you started running still at the right spot. I have issues with starting to run as I still shoot at them. Also, you know, an extremely minor thing. More of a like actually technical thing, but whenever you turn the camera, there's going to be like a few frames where Nonota is not running in the perfect direction that you uh, um, want. So I started for a handful of sections to like actually just walk sideways and aim into the wall, just so that I minimize any amount of frames where I turn the camera. It's minor optimization, but at some point that's going to come up and actually matter. I don't do this extra jump. I don't know if that has actually any relevance. I do just obviously with the mana from the prior get the aim onto them. I shot a bit late here actually. Around this time I could actually shoot like and it would still hit. Like I'm quite a bit late here with the shots. But the second one I do out of the air right after I get it. So that I so that I instantly fall down afterwards and instantly can start charging, so that they don't interrupt me falling or interrupt me being able to start the charging.
Welcome to the place.
Yeah, this is something I think I mentioned at some point, but I jump here just to be in the air during cutscene entries like this, so that I can release my sprint key, but you are on toggle, so that doesn't come up for you.
Place where we don't look at our times. Don't reset. Hit the
So
front
yeah,
one. Oh, hit the back.
you did have boost here. Obviously, less time aiming, having a HUD would allow for aiming without having to aim down after getting the head back. Honestly, the spot after getting the head back is bad without toggle 2. I personally can just recommend just walk off the edge and then do a sprint jump to gain speed. Yeah, I have a similar feeling every now and then where it's just like, especially after I took a few days of break, it's like these minor things. I don't have any more the vision to determine. Um, Here's another one where I, by the way, been on sideway, but where I don't have the vision that this shot would actually hit. And I also do have to aim with the little bit of jiggle that comes up, which is making this part especially hard after I come back after a wait. But yeah.
Hit every trick. First try. What the fuck?
Give me like a crosshair on my side.
The hell was that guy doing? This time is a little cringe, but I'm gonna run with it.
So armor entry, your time here is
I forgot I'm supposed to be shooting that guy.
you can do a jump attack here straight towards the stairs, shoot him once, and shoot him the second time walking back from here and jump through the door if you get kill him in these two. If you don't, just shoot him a third time. I feel I have it slightly bit better there, but unsure right now. I come out of... basically the same, just a different spot where I got onto the wall. Okay. It just felt different. That's honestly
Hello
a
there.
good place to not turn. For this section,
Wait, hello?
run just before this first. Let me actually just quickly screenshot an empty stamina bar at some point. Do I have an empty stamina bar? Here. Just so I can put this in and point at it. For this section,
Hello there.
I walk until I'm just before this second white bar. And then it works out with the stamina for all versions unless I actually fall off. This stamina actually also works out if I completely fail this jump, run into the wall, and have to decide to jump around the side. By the way, if you jump around the side, use the aim trick to readjust yourself towards the statue.
Man.
Skipping that. And here's another one where I don't turn. I just
I was gonna say something,
switch to diagonal and then right, coming around this corner. And you can skip actually quite early here. Like, like this should already be skipping if you would press escape here. Like, you really just need to be barely past these pillars to start. Then you to actually skip.
Never mind. I'm gonna try the other pots this time. Oh, he's coming to me?
Yeah. I personally hit the pot specs there as I run towards him and then do a charge. He usually does the single slash. Let me just. You mentioned that your armor fight is bad, so let me just talk about mine. I run towards him. This is actually quite the rare RNG. Usually comes with a slash, but this is slightly better. Yeah. And then yeah. I personally like running forward because usually he does the single slash around, and as I get in position to hit the left side, at that point right side pots of the arena, I can basically just evade, hit him once, and then start just shooting him. Yeah, every now and then, but if he does that, I generally just stun him before he does it. But it's my least favorite Anji. It's always just a tiny bit more awkward. So yeah.
You beat the game at base level? You mean like without upgrading anything?
I think that
Let me make it.
Okay, this is quite a long thing.
Oh, is it possible? Yeah.
I
I know, oops.
honestly probably
I know someone that, like, that's
something that you
basically all they do
could
when
put
they stream
in
this
the
game.
middle here is I think
Stream,
the
like, beating the game without upgrading anything, without using
ice
any
trial.
items. Like, only using arcane, or without upgrading it,
So,
beating the game without upgrading anything, without using any items. Like, only using arcane or something. And then it takes them like 7 hours. But they do
yeah.
get it.
Yeah, that stamina management looked kind of horrible. Yeah, basically on every single one of these straight sections I do either a hop with a double slash or a hop double slash hop double slash. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
I also have to admit
Props.
it took me a long time till I got that down to consistently have stamina there. Something I'm actually considering is we have 6 swords at the end here to just put 1 into stamina for now. Just to have that section on lockdown. This wouldn't lose you really any time, if at all it would make sure that you don't have issues during that section of the run. You would put the points into stamina later on anyway.
Props to them. So I could definitely do that, but I wouldn't want to.
A note here, if you get the strat like completely, do a jump double slash here just to preserve your stamina just this ever slightly more, because otherwise you may
So I could
come up at the top and run out of stamina right here. If you do that, you then can still get a jump off, do double slash strat here.
This is so boring.
So why is my resolution so...
Stuff.
That was not 720p. YouTube, do not lie to me like that. Yeah. Here's the thing that I do. I roll out of this chest. You can roll. Also, another thing that I just noticed. Keep running. Shoot him as you fall down. Then you can just run these last 2 steps here. For the chest, should be here. Yeah. That roll starts. That roll you can do starting from here. And as you don't need to do much stamina, like if you do stamina well in the section,
any mana regen,
you don't need to do much here. I start running when I'm like at 2/3 of the middle bar. Like stripe, stripe, and around here. I try to start running. That will get me to where my BB obviously doesn't have the
Not for me.
Airbus doesn't have that because
That's why
obviously I
I do this.
had a better
Specifically this
worse
category.
thing.
That's why I
This
do
corner here,
Specifically.
you can take it a bit more direct. You just need to. I didn't do it in my best, but you can basically take it a bit more direct and then jump around here and without any slowdown or getting stuck on the little ledge, whatever it is here, can make it up the hill. But yeah, that one.
This category.
If I start running with around 2/3 of the middle bar, I run out of stamina with the jump that I do here. That was not wanted.
Props to them. Way to like fight the bosses and have everything be kind of difficult. Most
yeah, much to do
like
there better.
Kind of way to
you have your visual cue here. You waited for much more stamina than you needed. My personal visual cue is this rock and being at the at this center right middle white strip to start running. That gets me to run out of mana as I start, run out of stamina as I start shooting at the fire crystal up there, where I don't need to run anymore. Also,
that sucks.
yeah, no. Also, I stopped taking this statue for this exact reason, and that's also the reason I cannot rely on my Tanya splits.
You could take points in health.
I think,
but
because I'm going into the Tanya fight with 2 less int. I think the difference is not as major, but time-wise, I'm like actually. Let me open this. My best is 47 second. Tanya. There. Here 47 seconds. Unimportant. 125, 104, 1. Here's at 52 second. Okay, here's the 47 seconds. And I think like somewhere around here I started to switch. Let's just say here. Honestly, I'm more consistently around a minute. I don't know if all of these were like really good. Here's a 54. I think it's similar enough. It doesn't make much of a difference, I think. But
passive and defensive
I
you
hate
want against the bosses. Just wait for your mana to refill.
Claris as Raw always calls her.
But with this, you have to like
Okay.
specifically.
Are you still doing this?
Let me do this trick
No.
first, then I'll finish my thought. Get in there.
Try to jump off this very top point and like this turn away enough that you jump actually past this pillar. And sadly, I have not ever been able to manage to jump off these, so I always have to recover from back to the back too. Also, technically, this is a longer line than this. So, probably a frame wasted by jumping to the right side. I did it for so long too because it was more convenient, but I more started to go to the left one. That left one is also nicer if I fail it because I actually am able to evade the doll basically every time. If I fall down here, while she actually most of the time starts hitting me if I fall down on the right side.
Let me do this trick first, then I'll finish my thought. Get in there.
Don't jump off there. The reason being that you are longer time in the air during the cutscene, not regenerating stamina. You only start regenerating stamina about now for the cutscene really.
For speedrunning specifically,
it's like
you play safe against
also
bosses, it takes.
Another thing I noticed, if you actually double jump into the cutscene, this drop down I think can sometimes still affect you out of this, not letting you really start running early.
Specifically, it's like speedrunning specifically, it's like
I don't know if is Q your running button. I think so. Would make sense. I just walk off. I land, and as I start, I can immediately start running.
if you play safe against bosses, it takes longer. So you don't want to do that. Like, actually, you have to know their movesets. So you don't want to do that.
For my solo route, I also kill this guy. With him, I am. Let's use swords here at the end. Having stamina 6, strength 3, and intelligence 15. It just feels nice. For my standard rounds, by the way, I don't actually level the strengths here. I level strengths at the Dark Pass statue, just because the strength actually doesn't do much for that run. But yeah.
Like, actually, you have to know their movesets and parry everything. Or to mana. Not just because it's cool. Though it is cool. Oh, I didn't realize what a texture is doing.
Tanya loses 11 seconds, but maybe 6 seconds against my actual best after switching strats. Yeah, don't as much concentrate on the
Ooh, nice.
bolts on the
Oh, I
outside.
wasn't ready for the third. That sucks. Could have killed it right here.
Also, something I started doing, it wasn't relevant for this fight that you had here, but if a life gets actually low and I get an intake where I would charge a spell at best, I switch to arcane and charge that because I can shoot arcane instantly instead of shooting ice and it taking like 10 seconds to hit, in which time you actually already have a killed by just normal shots. Um,
Probably not as good as last run, but still fine. Oh yeah, there's two over here.
yeah, these two give small mana until it's like rarely worth it, but every now and
It's just
then
those on the right.
actually helpful.
Whoops, get me out of here.
Fire magic, you lose 4 seconds. How do you lose 4 seconds in this section?
But yeah, same thing with speedrunning is like,
Let me pause here. I want to compare. Uh, uh, put this over here, out of here for now. Um,
I used to, long ago when I was starting out, I used to grab a bunch of the free health and mana crystals.
okay, that's
Playing as like backup. It's just like
oh yes, good mana here. Okay, out of that earlier than I am. That's about synced. I think you had a mess up here. Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
So
Nice
that's
backup. Oh shoot. Missed the easy part.
okay. Now we are back to about how it would be in a normal run.
So at flare, if you're here and watching, that's what you should do.
Okay, you went ahead into the fight and were behind
Very
afterwards.
good animation. Voice lines.
That felt like you were a bit just
Makes it a little less annoying.
rusty, so
Speedrunning makes it hurt a little less.
so let's talk about analyze this doll fight here. I kill that one, which gives me a bit extra stamina, not stamina, mana for the charge here. I also shoot from the air to get shots of quicker infrared arcanes. strats. Let's go on to yours. You didn't kill that guy. And you just collected. So there isn't much different. I think the main difference is that I actually just switched to shooting her from a distance instead of ever meleeing her after the start. Around here.
Makes it hurt a little less, I guess. I mean,
entry 7 seconds. Well, okay, there's probably something off. That's so much smoother than I ever was able to get that. So that on alone is definitely better than I ever do it. What? My stamina route sees me walking through this tunnel so that I have full stamina, or at least last white lines full stamina, starting the jump here, going over this gap. And don't even have to consider really anything. I also can use a flight from up here because I have enough stamina, and I think that's better shown in my one. I jump here, that can have a... If I have the stamina here, I can just keep running. If I notice my stamina is actually low after this double jump, I land here and walk until this entrance and have enough stamina again to get up to the platform. I also think I more early jumped. I jumped slightly early compared to you. Let's... that's already activated. This is basically right before activation. Yeah, about synced. I only care for when we are jumping off. About same. This one I want to keep going. I keep running here. Again, going with these snake line instead of more direct line. I think Frozen Harbinger jumps onto this pillar while I go straight. Let me actually quickly tab. Open Frozen having us run. YouTube, I hate your control, it's not working. Okay. Frozen just jumps up on these pillars and uses them as a platforms to walk around on. Full screen is unavailable. Yes, YouTube, tell me. Or maybe turned off. I know I can put your run into full screen, but not Frozen's. I don't know if there's a setting for Frozen to do, or let me actually quickly check an edit run. Nope, it's a standard YouTube link. That's not the part that doing this thing. What was on Discord? Okay, back to your run. Okay, I believe there was a large difference in, well, relatively large in the Monica fights. Like, it's 16 seconds total for the fight. Let me actually look at my giant, like I talked about. I use fire to hit her, hitting other spells in between. But using fire as my main damage output. And I think in the end, I in the end am able to basically right after her, after she recovers after her second fireball, before she even reaches the platform, I'm able to kill her quite consistently, and I barely, if ever, get her actually starting to attack again. For the beer fight, I started, by the way, experimenting using fire in this fight too, and dropping one of my purples for this fight, and actually ignoring the health crystal, or potentially the mana crystal. I think here at the end I should have switched to fire, but anyway, a similar reason to switching to arcane at the end. It's frozen one. That's the important one. Try to hit her as early as possible. That was still okay, but hitting her really early allows her to do her attack. Most of her attacks actually in a way that you can fully ignore them. Okay, you also started experimenting with fire. I have yet to actually start experimenting using the pods around the arena as a major part of the fight. I use them every now and then, but not like to like actually ensure that I have the mana to charge up and everything.
Just gonna shoot her. Did I use all the pots? Oh shit, I did.
Yeah, that's the fear I have, that I actually end up using up all the pots. But honestly,
Let's do this one then.
you can just pop the purple if you want to. We all know this fight. So yeah, basically around the same time as I did. That's 120. My Monica Giant is 10 seconds. Eh? I am actually completely confused. What the reason is for me being quicker? Like I think I killed her like a handful of subs earlier, but it's not 10 seconds different. I feel.
Water time. Lava bug time.
Best time of the game. Let me quickly actually see what your movement is here. For this one, I personally just walk left and tap a few times down. So press A and tap once as to get actually into the door. And instead of turning around like this, I have my own way of turning around. And I use the camera for changing my movement, and in the end have the camera in the exact direction. I don't know if that's like better than turning the camera around at once. I feel it's better because I don't have to turn the camera back at the end, but it might be actually even.
I'm gonna be a good boy and hold on to the health crystal in case I need it for running to Vanessa.
I mean, at this point, I was personally at a point where I would throw that any crystals that are not purple after I've beaten Monica away. I don't need them anymore. I don't consider them worth having in my inventory anymore because all four inventory slots after this point are actually reserved for strategy dependent crystals. Either be the four purples or the one defense crystal for they collect here for endgame. But obviously, the defense crystal is not going to get collected anymore, so that's unimportant. But I still would throw this size crystal away so that I can have more purple crystals in my inventory. Even if I don't use them for dropping them on the ground and instead use them to actually charge up stuff more often during boss fights, I think they are worth it.
Damn cat.
Yeah. If you want to actually run past the cat, you need to push the cat into this pillar, at which point he gets stuck, keeps running behind you, and by the way, he disappears on a timer. So
Damn cat.
even though if you are able to get in front of him, he doesn't actually reach the door. He may actually just uh, disappear like right here, barely in your camera view, and being like, "Oh no, I'm gone."
Stretch my hams. I messed it up, so I'm gonna take the easy
Yeah.
one.
Uh, I, um. So you can just jump onto this pillar and from that pillar make it to the third window. Um, also, uh, can keep going with the chain. Uh, what?
I messed it up, so I'm gonna take the easy one.
Shit's like low stamina. Yeah. If you keep going, you can. My stamina management in this section is um, during the pickup, I regen enough stamina to YouTube, don't tell me this is HD. I'm sorry, but not look much better, but I'm able to start walking. Depending on exact stuff, either down here after this last jump, or like in this section once I'm coming up here. But yeah. I just noticed we aren't even halfway done. Okay, I'm actually going to increase the playback speed at least to 125. Just to actually get through this in a slightly more reasonable time. Thunder. I don't see why you're losing 12 seconds so far. Okay. For this one to get the consistent, I only just started doing that. But really just walk off this edge. Do I have it anywhere in a run? Maybe this one. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. I really just jump onto this corner, turn around, slide off this one, and don't have to do anything to do anymore with getting up here. I don't think that's 24 seconds. Like a handful of second time save. I don't go to the right side, I go to the left side because, well, I technically should come off the left side of the door, so going to the right side one is slightly longer. Here's obviously the all the time save. As I get up here, I turn around and jump up here. Oh, okay. This was even my best for the thunder. I don't know if it was my best for everything. I still need to upload my bests for runs of today. But yeah, basically just this last cut. I do not know where I'm saving this much time over you.
Get me out of here.
I'm sure this was just a mistake from the longer break, but early charge and mana crystal so that you start getting the advantage of being in thunder early.
Get me out of here.
you can aim this one from actually quite far away. Oh, no, that one actually wasn't my best. That was why am I doing that? Here I have it. On run. Blah blah blah. So I destroy this one, and as I walk around the corner, aiming about at the base of the crystal over here gets me a reasonable position for the sphere. I check again to as I walk past here and do that stuff. Also, technically something that's faster, landing after attacking, then starting to run and doing the thunder strike during the run, so that you just keep sliding this tiny extra amount would be faster. I still can't get myself to do it. Yeah, the technique falls away now.
For him to run that fast. I guess I didn't have enough mana floating around to get the charge. A little bit.
You talked about probably enough here. I think I have a perfect mana run in my PB. Yeah, my best segment for this one. No, triple cutscene. So, about 1.5 here. I started a bit late. Okay, so we now see I have this much too much. So basically at any amount of this time, think being like a fifth of one of these white spacings lower. So where did you do? Okay, so for running at here, that's that would have basically meant if you were to run blah blah blah, you should be able to run basically here. It should be, and this is still more than enough stamina. And
gold split. Nice. I don't know why that would gold split. I remember what I did.
Also, as you just talked about not looking, obviously are currently doing the thing that I did for a while, where you're not looking at all at the split. Meanwhile, thing I'm doing here is have this calculated splits. Like, it's not a thing that I have in my split file, but instead I actually just have a comparison I programmed myself that takes that all the time loss I have over the entire run and sticks it into the first very first split, and then thinks about the rest of the being best. I feel like I still prefer to not see my splits at the end, but this is a good compromise, I feel, between seeing the splits and feeling shitty about my splits, because I just, instead of seeing me being bad about my splits, I see myself actually just how much time save I still have.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna get shot. Oh, I almost tripped. Ooh, good catch.
It's the thing I'm doing right now for Vanessa 1. Entry. I obviously kill this one. Kill this one over here. This is standard, so I try to kill that one over there too. But basically, as I come up here and have to start walking anyway, I just catch their mana and get a charge. And this works out in advance too. This was standard. I just don't think I have uploaded any then advanced stuff with that just yet. Maybe. Basically, as I get up here, I just charge, and these two enemies I killed. I can only do that if I kill both enemies. Is enough to get in there for the charge.
A little bit of stamina. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna get shot. Oh, I almost tripped. Ooh, catch.
For here at the end, I think it would have been like one of the times where it would have been optimal to do a walking jump into a running double jump hover, and then if that's not enough to get actually into the cutscene, to keep running as you hit the ground to fall into the cutscene, because if you fall out of a running jump, you fall with running speed, and that actually gets you quite a lot of distance.
I almost tripped. Ooh, good catch.
Vanessa fight. I think
Probably
my Vanessa gold is just like
I'm gonna guess
actually
mine's 13
insane
on previous segment. That's what
that I'm
gonna
saving
guess.
their 11 seconds in this fight.
Why do they keep shooting me? Hey. Cut it out, y'all. The fight is over. Boy, I almost jumped off.
Yeah. I run this entire section
I almost jumped off.
up to me actually basically getting almost up here. Around here I walk up to basically the barrel, jump onto the barrel, and then do that strat. You don't need to aim at that guy, we can't beat him anyway.
Almost fell there.
Yeah.
Almost fell there too.
I think you know what the mistake here was. But yeah, after destroying this crystal, basically immediately start charging. Well, not really immediately, like wait a moment, get a bit further out and then start charging. But don't start charging after the jump.
I think I'm fine. Oh no, I'm not fine. Ooh. Oh. You're fine. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna get 3. Why? Because I didn't hit enough snipers in the last section.
You can make this section a lot smoother. Jump up from the top stair into the window and immediately start the skip. Also, you can make it immediately to the second pillar, and since we level stamina, you can make it to this pillar over here and probably barely get another jump off, at which point you would have to uh, by the way, here's the quick fall thing we talked about at the very beginning in a different action. Being able to quick fall off the ledge here and then immediately keep running at running speed. And like I said, and make this everything here because I'm out of stamina. I can do the thing that I talked about on your one ascentry. walking jump into sprinting double jump, hover, fall into the cutscene. I honestly should only hover once there. Might even be able to do that without hovering any at all and just double jumping. Because the sprint fall is faster than the no sprint, no stamina sprint jump. That one is actually not fully sprint speed, just like almost sprint speed. But the sprint fall is always full speed.
Oh, it's because it's so easy to accidentally skid or trip or something. Well, I think this will be enough. Not too much. Whoa. Oh, this is kind of awkward. Check I'm gonna do.
See, not much I can talk about here really. See, shades is something more I can talk about.
Oh, that's really bad. Okay.
Yeah. You really need to hit those. I think you talked about how you actually had a fail here.
That second shot. Yes. That's kind of weird.
What I do is, after doing this one, I shoot my I shoot my lightning actually before I collect these. I shoot my lightning. I think around here, like around this section. Basically, I have this one as I run to the next one. After this one here, I charge. Oh no, I don't charge, I shoot. I then charge and run to this one here. And then at the end, if needed, I drop a mana crystal to charge an extra arcane cast. And if I know the arcane cast is going to kill her, I then start leaving.
That's kind of weird.
Also, you don't need to jump onto the railing. Like, please don't. Especially not if you are already at the end there. No need to jump onto the railing. Especially during the slowdown, that's actually quite awkward. We can just hover there.
Okay, let's not mess this up and lose like 20 seconds or 40 seconds or whatever. Oh, I need to stop sitting on my leg. Oh, I need to stop.
I think it's this everyone know by everyone by now, but I guess I tell it to you again. Um, you can make the jump basically starting at this last pillar. As long as you jump off here, you are able to make it. You can make it a handful of steps lower, but at that point it gets really tight. You then cannot mess up, even in this early bit where you like this actually land into the uh, ceiling. I don't know.
Nice.
I know this run here had actually quite good movements there. So you can just literally jump off that crystal without having to worry about anything. Anyway, back to your run.
I've never messed this up before. Whatever.
Technically, fastest way would be to blah blah blah. After all of this, you destroy this crystal.
Whatever.
Jump off here. Turn the camera towards the teleporter. And then just quickly once aim and then slash. Instead of the double jump. Just so you don't actually regain height. Because regaining height is not great.
Just lose out on souls later, restocking on the bigger crystals.
Oh yeah, and speaking of that run, I had actually a perfect thing here at the end. I was able to do my post-teleporter strat here actually perfectly. Finally in a run. Can be happy about some stuff, I guess.
Oops.
So yeah, you get this perfect jump up here. You can then hover over to this side, jump up here and hover straight over to that wall. Also these weird turning weights would get away from that. Also screw that crystal. Don't get it straight up.
So minor mistakes will go for like 75%.
I also experimented with using getting a Thundercast and using one of the purple crystals here. We do have more swords than we actually need at this point. I'm unsure about how that actually worked out, like for soul routing uh, at the end, but for now we don't have to worry about that. It just like me means we would have to buy one extra. We use 42 souls for a crystal. Shouldn't matter too much, but yeah, just having one extra just having a lightning to run here instead of running
26, we
without
go towards 75%.
a normal speed here. The lightning cast basically reaches up until the goddess statue.
Oh, pardon me.
So I can Thunder uh, I'm using a Thundercast to keep hitting her with instead of
Oh, great.
fire.
What's that?
On 1033 that has the issue that we actually do not hit her if she's in the air.
See, I don't know where you are. Okay, that was kind of awkward and bad, but
But
didn't die.
we do so much more damage if we actually keep
Do this.
hitting her with lightning. Like, I mean, like, it's actually insane. I'm almost through the first part of the fight. And yeah, I started using one Thunder Crystal in here. And the finish of the fight is really stupid. She slides under me. I land on top of her and I'm like aiming down because, well, there's she, but yeah, Thunder is definitely faster.
Hello, Miguel.
Hi, they're me.
Pop this one, I guess.
I wanted to experiment if we can we could actually activate the Thundercast up here and then basically have a bit further time of running in Thundercast.
I'll pop this one, I guess.
Because time-wise it might actually work out. It should be quite close. You open that door, by the way, faster than I do. everyone can be in agreement that
A little bit of stamina.
opening that
Nice
door by destroying the right pot is fastest.
Oh right, there's no music in the older versions. Fuck. How lame. I'm so excited for the music.
I honestly didn't even know there was music
Sure,
in
there's
the
footage on that
abyss.
corner, but
And yeah,
figure it out
you
right
can jump that corner. And you can jump this corner even better now that we don't even get to that.
No, because I'm using a 1033 as well.
Yeah. Here I just pop one of my purple crystals.
Interesting camera angle.
You defaulted to that strat. Especially now with the new zero strat, we don't really need fire 2.
Oh, I didn't mean to run. Okay, whatever.
So yeah, here you're now going to lose 2 seconds compared to me just by taking the the outside route instead of going the straight one. For the straight one, if you ever start going for that, delayed slashes. That's the thing. That's the trick to that thing. The slashes of the hover needs to be really delayed. Otherwise, you don't have the distance to make it. Also, fire. Okay, you do fire.
No, I didn't. I used toggle. I just accidentally pushed it. Because I'm using a new keyboard. And it feels weird. So I just put my finger in the wrong spot.
I need to get good at actually hitting them as I run down.
Yeah, I realized that if you get it right, it does get you 2. And if you get it wrong, 1 is usually enough anyway, so.
I do not know why you're getting Thunder here. Thunder 2 is, well, the standard Thunder size is still enough. We don't cast enough single Thunders to make the reduced wreath shot time be between single normal thunder shots be actually worth it, I feel. Especially now, not anymore, as you actually go for the uh, enemy eclipse strat instead of actually shooting her down. So I think it would actually be worth it for you to not get Thunder. That will lose you, honestly. Honestly, with we really need to test out zero strat about at what thunder levels you can do that strat. because Thunder 4, as Zero gets, is having a significantly quicker shot time that you between where you can shoot after um, releasing Thunder Shot. I believe my old strat had to still shoot and stun her once, but with Thunder 2 that might actually be really tight.
It's not that big of a deal.
And at that point we need to talk about...
I just didn't realize where you were like supposed to shoot and stuff. Get in your corner. Oops.
Okay, not the worst, not great.
For that more. Probably lost a lot of time there. But yeah, it's like even if you mess it up, it's like it almost gets you there, so it's not too bad. Not too bad.
I think you did this one correctly. I think we are at this point in the Frozen one where I talked to him about... Oh no, you jumped on top of here. But I think you know that you are not supposed to do that, and that was just muscle memory from having to jump over it in 105.
I was already double jumping.
Yeah.
Oops. I really like that you can pull that barrel from in front of it. Also, a problem I've had with using fire to break the crystals now is that I get the mana so fast that I'm like too far away. I'm used to as soon as it finishes charging, I just like jump and smack. But do that now. Sometimes I'm like not close enough and I miss a swing and I'm like, oh. Throw teleporting, yeah.
And
go.
Nobeta, because she's actually going to be fully replaced. I'm just gonna check that the timer actually is inputted correctly.
I have like a
42 is 6. We don't see you RTA time on this one, so I have to copy video and frame count. I'm not thinking here that you were able to somehow fully mess up inputting that stuff. Just rather thinking about doing stuff a bit more thorough. we have stuff that's video time 4255. Oh hey, you were able to actually input that correctly. 42.6 and 42.55. Verify. And I was there for your 3220. Just checking that stuff is correct. Looks like it. Let's check for the frame count on this. Frame 49. Oh hey, you were also able to copy that over correctly. Yay! Congratulations to your world records. Hope you have your screenshots. Oh. So, yay! Also, nothing special. The advanced run is still we are only got the standard run of today. My single advanced run that I got to start ended up dying to Vanessa. But yeah, hope you learned stuff about my thoughts on certain strategy, how it's what was insightful of why I do certain things, and yeah. Well, guess I'm gonna say goodbye and see you the next time you have a world record run on Steam on your stream randomly stealing my run back. Bye.